Hello, hello. For some reason, I'm not getting any feedback on my own audio, so I don't know if you guys can actually hear me. I hope you can. I hope someone can hear me. Alright, how's it going? What's up? Okay, my audio works. That's good to know. Music probably a little too loud. That should be good enough. Oh, my camera. Hi, what's up? Oop, this is not in focus. Almost in focus. Much better, I think. I think I'm kind of in focus. It just sometimes tends to not focus on me. It's good enough. It's been a while. Who's watching? Put something in the chat. Say hi, say hello. Say where you're from. Say what you're excited about. Say something. I'm going to pull chat up on screen. I should get Discord out of here so it doesn't interfere. Can pull this here. Yep, that works. Nice. Can get rid of the stream preview. Right player. Alright. Nothing much going on in the chat. Cool. In that case, I can just get back to work, right? Hopefully. Without revealing my entire desktop, hopefully. WebDev Cody, how's it going? Nice to see you here. So I'm building some fun stuff. Unfortunately, I know you're excited about React Server components, but I'm not really gonna do a lot of React Server components, unfortunately. I should really work on my background a bit. What are we cooking? Good question. So I'm building this little, I guess you can say a quiz app. So I go here, I type in the name of a quiz, and then I can join that room if I'm signed in. So this is my auth system right now. I type my name here and press enter, and I'm signed in as that name. And then I can join the show or the quiz, whatever this is. It's kind of going to be like something I can use for live shows, any kind of live shows. I should rearrange my stream dashboard a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, not much going on. Right now it's a relatively simple app, but I do have some cool real-time stuff here. I have if someone might have seen the I don't know, English is hard. I don't know if anyone has seen the plug component that I built for Next.js. Sounds like WebSockets. Yes, it is. So You might have seen the plug component that I built for Next.js, which allows me to make a Next.js app real time really quickly. Well, this is a Solidjs version of it. This is a signal, which is what Solidjs is built on. They use reactive primitives. It returns a getter and the setter. But the difference is this: the state of this signal of this plug exists on the server, which means we can set something on the server, and then every client that's reading it will get updated. So for example, here I'm calling this here in room data, which is being called in this participant, which is then being called in my UI, which means this page is going to subscribe to this plug, the room data. Boogie, how's it going? Let dev cook. Yes, I am trying to cook here. Trying to cook something at least. Okay, so we just have joining right now. I want to be able to create a quiz, but I can leave that part out for now. I can kind of just hard code a quiz. And instead, do I have to type my name here? I'm signed in. I shouldn't have to type my name here, right? But for now, let's just say, and I want to join as the host. I am the host of this show. I am able to start the quiz. Before starting the quiz, I should be able to see who else has joined this quiz and stuff like this. Let me see if I can open this in an incognito tab. Oops, not that. That. So I'm signed in as a different user here, but if I sign as random noob, okay, this still says my name, which is a problem. It should not still say my name. Where is this coming from? Participant. Oh. I guess this should be current user. Cool. I should also see which participant is here. Refresh. Participant undefined. Interesting. Why are you undefined? You should not be undefined. Current user. This is a signal. That's fine. Sign out. Undefined. Oh, there's no participant. Okay, that makes sense. I have to go back. And let's say I'm trying to go. Yeah, trying to go in the room called Jam. I am not signed in. No. Oh, I can join the room now. No. And I'm going to join as player. Cool. So the host and the player should see different UI. I am the host of the show. I can start it, but for the player, they're just waiting for it to start. Cool. Let's see if I can put you right here, like that. Nice. Okay. Where did it go? Show when participant role is host. Oh, it's not host. So this is for players and spectators, and this is for hosts. I probably add another show here for like a spectator. Let's do that. Show. We should have some sort of like a switch. Nate, what's up? How's it going? Long time no see. Maybe participant dot role is spectator. I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. That's probably not coming off as very as great. Okay, this is for spectator. Technically it should be for player. Here. Okay, now we're waiting for quest to start. I want to see who everyone who is in this room right now. Maybe we can add like some sort of a chat on the right here that shows like the status of everything that's happening. Is it pure Solidjs? Yes, this is pure. You'll have to define what you mean by pure Solidjs, but this is Solidjs with solid start and with PartyKit for the real time, the infrastructure behind plug. Yeah, I think I want to add like a little, this person joined the room, this person joined the room, this person started the quiz, started the show, whatever. So we can put something like that in here. Let's see, where would I put that? I would want to put that regardless of which participant is in here, which probably means it's gonna go in here somewhere. So we're showing welcome to the room. So let's make this a div class equals flex, not cas, class. Wrap this in a div and then create another one for the chat. Let's say, where do we get the events from? We don't have an event stream, we just have the room data. I don't want to get into event sourcing anytime soon, so let's just do for each room data participants correct participant. Thank you, co-pilot. I guess you're a not fully sure if you're a co-pilot. You're Cody. Okay. Hey Cody, looks I have a UI with you. I have an AI with your name, Cody. P should be. Why are you complaining? Oh, it has no call. Okay, sure. It's store p.name p.role. Noob is a player, dev is a host. Okay, cool. So we got that. Let's give it like just that. I need royalties. Yeah, you'll have to who made this? I forgot. Cody. Sourcegraph. Oh yeah, there we go. You can contact Sourcegraph for your royalties. But yeah, I've been using this because kind of my GitHub Copilot subscription ran out. It was bought like a little over a year ago when I was still a university student, and now I'm no longer a university student. Let's get these on the bottom. So how do I, you know what, I don't care enough. This is fine. Also, I kind of want to pull this out here. That was not a good idea. How's Cody? I've heard good things. I've honestly not heard anything about Cody. I've just been like, I guess I don't have a good enough answer to that question. It's okay. Like, it does the job for me in terms of like replacing Copilot. But yeah, I don't really have much specifics outside of that. Okay, so when I start this, hopefully I should see some more details here. But after I start this, I go to a new page. So let's first go here, start show. Successful replacement of Copilot is a win. That is true. That said, I don't know if I want to call it a successful replacement yet, because I just haven't been doing a lot of coding recently, which means like I've kind of honestly like lost touch a little bit with like IDEs and coding tools and just programming in general. I think I really need to get back into like coding for at least like an hour or a couple hours every day. I have lost touch a little way too much. Like you'll probably see how slow I am these days when I'm doing this. Same, right? Yeah. Who said DevRel was easy? I don't know. No one said that, but clerk auth implemented already. Yes, it's right here. So you see, I click sign out, and then there is a sign in as username, and then I go in here. I type in whatever name I want. Let's say I say Dominic or Dominic. I press enter, and now I'm signed in as Dominic. So yeah, that's my auth implementation for now. And full-time work takes you away from code, but if something happens for a variety of positions, yeah. So now I'm gonna sign back in as dev, and I'm in here. Yeah, I have very secure auth implemented in here already. No need to worry about auth anymore. Let's figure out how we can start our show. Oh, also for the you'll love what database I'm using. Yeah, so my room data is being stored here using storage.getItem. Yeah, just with the room slug. And the storage here is just an unstorage adapter over the TMP file. So yes, I'm storing everything somewhere in here. Oh yeah, right there in TMP, and using unstorage as a light layer. Unstorage is my new hacking database. When I have unstorage, I don't need anything. I should have TMP. Or I should just have something that's already in here. Nah, doesn't matter that much. Flawless execution. Okay. So now it comes time to actually like do stuff. So I'm really tempted to just like start making this event source right now. I see no reason why I shouldn't. Right? Like instead of when I create participant profile, or let's say join as yeah, I'm setting item, I'm pushing a new participant in here. Don't know if I have to. I don't know. I could start like, how different is it from SQLite? SQLite is SQL. This isn't SQL. This is literally just a key value pair. Yeah, you give it a string key, and you probably give it some options, and you give it a value. That's literally, it's like Redis but simpler. Like unstorage isn't actually a database. It's like a super lightweight ORM, but like just KV. I wouldn't even call it an ORM. It's like a key value store library. Yeah, I think it can use Redis. So like it doesn't actually like have any persistence. Like you decide what to use. Like you can use any of the KV or like Redis type databases, or you can use like, or you can use a file system. You can use it over HTTP. You can use it. You can wrap like local storage or IndexedDB with it, or MongoDB, or even PlanetScale. Like you can just like wrap any database, any simple like key value ish any database that can do key value with unstorage, and you're done. That's pretty much it. What's PartyKit again? WebSocket provider. Yeah, WebSocket provider is like the main thing that they're trying to do, but the PartyKit is pretty much like a complete host. Like it does both. Like a PartyKit, a room in a PartyKit is something that can receive WebSocket connections and handle its TTP requests. So what I have here is like a very simple PartyKit server. All it does is like keep on the WebSocket side, it's just like keeps track of connection. This is going to evolve quite a bit as like the plug kind of concept gets a little more mature. But all it does is it's a very simple like you subscribe to it, and then every time from my server I can push data into it, and then every client that's subscribed to it gets an update. So it's like a very simple architecture that you can think of in terms of real time, but you can do you can do whatever you want with PartyKit, because it's an entire stateful server. Like it's a class that has like private state that's going to live persistently. Like it's going to persist on the cloud. It's very interesting. I think if I start explaining like what PartyKit is, I'll also have to start explaining what durable objects are, because PartyKit is basically like a nicer DX on top of durable objects by Cloudflare. So you can probably like, if you understand what durable objects are, that's probably the starting point for PartyKit. But I want to wrap all of that. I like with the plug component and the create plug for Solid Start, like you shouldn't have to worry about what it's using under the hood. If it's using PartyKit or Ably or whatever else, this is just a signal. It's a little piece of reactive state on the server. That's it. Okay, so for start show, I'm just going to say, where's my quiz? I have a room here. I'm going to say status is either waiting or started. I can say current question. Make this question mark. And something is failing here. Get out. Oh, a default one. So a default room will have a status of waiting. There we go. Literally any MVP go to, yeah, for sure. No room provided. Const room. Oh no, at this point I should throw an error. Room. This doesn't exist. Oops. And if room, throw new error. Cool. Now we can say room.status is showing. Did I call it something else? Started, okay. And set item. Set data, okay. So this is kind of the secret of the plug, which is that when you're setting data on this plug, you're doing it on the server. So the getter is called on the client, but the setter is called under a use server. I still haven't decided if I should allow clerk representation at that conf. Unfortunately not. I wanted to go, but I've already kind of spent too much money. Clerk is not really interested in that conference. This entire week, like all of Clerk was off on an offsite, and coming back, like there's gonna be a lot of work this week for everyone. So I'm gonna also be sticking here. Yeah, I'm kind of sad I'm missing out like on a third that like I wanted to initially go to that conference Like last year, January, I didn't get to go. Then the one in Wisconsin, again, I wanted to go, did not get to go. Then the one next week that I wanted to go, and I did not get to go. So I'm 0 for 3 for that conferences right now. How was the offsite? I have no idea. I was not there. Visa issues. Start show. Let's call start show when we click the start quiz button. On click start show room slug. Wait, oh, start show is a form action, which means this can be a form action is start show. We can give it method post. What? Oh, you want lowercase post. Fuck you. My crap is the worst, yeah. I agree. Unfortunately, not much I can do about it. Type a submit, and I probably want like a hidden input field. I know there's some way to do it in Solid Start. Let me check. Alright. Am I too much in the corner? Can I... Oh, am I blocking the code? Damn. Was I blocking the code this entire time? What can I do about that? Where do I move myself? First, smaller. Probably something like this. And at some point I'll have to figure out what background do I want. Or I just put whatever background I was using here. Here. Should have image. Oh, not on top of everything. Thank you. Much better. So much coffee. Okay. Cool. I think that's better. Actions right here. Actions. Changing, returning, using forms. Using forms. I don't see the bind trick here. Okay. I don't see the bind trick. I'll go with a hidden input for now. Input type is hidden room slug. Alright. I'll go with this. Now when I call start show, room.status should have changed, which means I should handle that somewhere in here. So if I'm the host, I should probably start breaking these into components. I don't like doing that. I like writing super giant components. Lots of shows, I guess. This form is start quiz, which means this form should only be shown when the status is pending. You are correct, Cody. Okay, now I need a fallback. Quiz has started. I guess this doesn't have a status yet, which means let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of entire TMP. I'm
Playing from
refresh.
Lucifer.
Shut up. Okay, sorry, just had to shut up my Alexa. Okay, let's try going to jam. That did not work. Somewhere that did not work. Can I go to jam? I cannot. Oh wait. Interesting. When I refresh, I should be seeing the data here, but I'm not. I should be already in this room. Why is room data null? Get initial room data. Console.log. Room. Room's there. Why are you complaining? Oh. Alright, we got room data. What's your problem then? Participant. Why is participant undefined? Oh, because I'm dev. There we go. I was joining as the wrong user. That's what happens when I don't rely on my auth. Okay, let's join as dev. Cool. Dev is a host. Where is the incognito window? Refresh. Noob should be a participant player. Okay. So when I start quiz, I want both of them to update. This is going to be annoying. I have to create a view for every role and every status multiplied, which means I need this also when I am rendering for participant right here. I'm gonna need a matrix a matrix of the status and role, and that's how I render stuff. Waiting for the quest to start. Okay, so let's call this function. I'll export it just in case I move it to a different file. Player view. Return. Waiting for the quest to start. Let's call player view. Okay, and this is host. Chizzy, how's it going? Hello, hello. Waiting and started. Okay, this is export function. Host view return. Okay, what's missing? Room data. I need props. What font am I using? I think this is JetBrains Mono. I think so. Okay, props is room slug. No, I need room data. What is room data? It's room. So instead of calling room data in these two places, we have props.room props.room data, and that doesn't exist. You want a single JSX expression. Going to wrap this. There we go. So we now have host view and we now have player view. What do you mean player view is not defined? Do I need to like bring it up here or something? I guess I don't export these. No. Identifier action has already been declared. Oh, I imported it twice. Or the auto import imported it twice. What's failing? Room slug. Cannot find name room slug. You also need the room slug. That can just come from the params. Don't need to pass that in. Save. Okay, so that's what I was missing. Okay, now I have player view and spectator, host view and player view. I should actually use the host view now. Where is, you are the host? Right here. Get rid of all of that. Host view, room data. Okay. I don't like that, but sure. I know somewhere up there it's being taken care of. What else? What is this? That's the, okay. So I don't need this one in this component anymore. I can just be in this component. So I want the show component in my player view. Wrap it up. Show. I'm gonna need to pass in all the props. No closing tag, what do you mean? Okay, better. What are you complaining about? Props.roomdata.status. What? Children is declared here? Oh, I didn't give it any children. It's waiting. I guess this goes in here. Okay, better. And when I'm calling player view, right here, I need to pass room data. Alright, now I truly don't need this component anymore, the home component. I can live in here. Quiz started, okay, so if I start quiz, okay, cool, both of them updated to quiz started. So we got the real-time update working. I guess real-time update was always working. We can test it out a bit more. Like maybe when the quiz started, we wanted to go back. I'm too lazy to implement that. Let's just present questions. So once the quiz is started, if I'm the host, I should have a list of prompts that I could present to the participants. So let's do questions. Yay, what's up? I need some questions. Okay. Prompt. What is your favorite color? Oh, I have an ID with the prompt. 1. I have a time as well, but I'm going to comment that out for now. This ID wants to be a question ID. Okay, cool. Let's add a few more. Oops, there were a few more. There we go. Okay, let's say these are the set of questions we are working with. The host view should, when the quiz has started, present a question, which means I am now gonna need const present question. Come on, Cody. Oops. Action. There we go. Cody got it. Cody's a good programmer. Okay, questions. Room.question doesn't exist, that makes sense. Which means I probably want to go to room. Oh, room.current question, that's the one I want. current question. I can get rid of the status. If there is a current question, that means I'm using that. And then I set it. Wait, set room data. Perfect. So now I'm going to have to select from that list of questions. For each questions, let's render them. Why is there a commented out button? I have no idea. Just end this here. What is this for? What is this button for? Start quiz? No. Present question means the quiz has already started. Sorry, Cody. Q.prompt. Nice. So I see the list of questions. I want to present them in a better way. Instead of flex column, instead of flex at all, let's make this a grid. 3 columns. Which probably means I want to wrap. Oh wait, the grid goes outside. Dot grid. Grid calls 3. Wrap it up. And I guess this is going to be a flex anyways. Matthias Weston. I probably butchered the name. This whole thing can be a button, right? Can I just do this? Yeah, why not? Let's make the whole thing a button, which means yeah, thanks for the follow. Let's make this full width. Yep, which means I want a gap, and let's give it py10. Okay, and now we can select which question we want to present. Why is this called class name? Come on, Emmett. The ecosystem just kind of assumes by default that if you're using JSX, you're probably in React, or you're definitely in React, which is why everything has a class name. ESBuild has a similar issue. It's very interesting to see. Select a question to present to the participants. I guess I also accidentally wrote a class name instead of class, so how can I even fucking blame the ecosystem for doing the exact same thing that I did? Font bold, MB10. 10 is too much. Yeah, 10 is too much. That's fine. I don't like that there's no space in between these two things, which probably means where do I have it? Here's the flex. Gap 4. Okay, that's much better. Sorry. Damn. Okay. So I can present a certain prompt, and once the question is presented, where did I go? Index. There we go. Okay, so once the prompt is presented, here first of all, the player should see waiting for the host to select a prompt. And once there is, which means another show component, here I'm going to be checking for current question, and this instead goes in the fallback like that. Why are you complaining? Oh, you want children. Damn. Show component is like an Indian parent. If you don't have children, it's gonna scream at you. I guess if there is a current question, we want to see what that current question is. So Q. Okay, Q should give us const question is Q, not minus equals Q. What are you doing? Question. Turn. Right. Okay, Q gives us the question, which means in here we can Q.prompt. So the player should see this prompt now once I have selected something here. And how do I select something? Well, there's a button type of submit, which means this is a form. Action should be present question, correct? Method post, sure. py2 does not like py2. Nox Realm, how's it going? Long time no see. Okay, so if I click what's your favorite animal, it just refreshed the page. Not a good idea. Method equals post. Okay, it still just refreshed the page. Well, method equals post was working in all these places, so no reason why this shouldn't work. Oh, because there is a form inside a form. Yep, that sounds like problematic. Okay, now if I click on this, there we go. What is your favorite food? Nice. What is your favorite animal? What is your favorite color? So now clicking on what any prompt is going to present it to the participant. So I can keep changing the prompt like that. But once I change a prompt, I want to wait for the participants to answer or to give some response to it. Which means once, not down there. Okay, so once we have a prompt, let's wrap this inside H3. And let's make it 2XL. Let's make a form. Input type equals, I think I want a text area. Let's see what Copilot can come up with. Let's call this a response, not necessarily answer. Your answer, your response. Rows 5, calls 50, sure. Okay. Let's make this flex call gap 2. Some gap. 4. Oh, wait, I'm adding this in the wrong place. Need to add this here. There we go. Now we're fine with 2. And the action for this is going to be const respond action. Okay. Room.responses. Am I storing responses in the room or in the current question? Let's see. Current question is just ID and prompt. Thanks for hanging out, Cody. See you later. Okay. I'm not storing the responses. This is why event sourcing is so much simpler. Don't need to come up with stupid data structures. Should I tweet about this? I really want to tweet about this. Hey, I have a signal on the server. Who wants to see this? Come to join the stream. At some point I will. Okay, room slug. We got the room, got the question ID, got the response, and the question itself. Where do we store the responses? We can just store them in the room. So let's make the current question something like this. Question and responses. Do I have a response type here somewhere? I do not. Okay. Responses, response is a string. I don't care about time right now. By participant player. Yep, that sounds good. Let's allow, let's just throw in here that we also want the spectators to put some responses. We'll look at it differently, obviously, but we can allow that in here. So room.currentQuestion.responses.push. Current user will not work here. Yeah, we're on the server. Current user will not work here. Current question is possibly undefined. Well, room.currentQuestion should exist. So if room.currentQuestion.question.id is not equal question ID, which means I probably don't need to send the question ID up, and I don't need to do this, which means I don't need to do that. Cool. Room.currentQuestion.responses. Do I want to check if this participant already has a response in the room at some point? Should pass the how do we get the participant right now this is on localhost, and this forgot a semicolon on line 12795. I have exactly 365 lines here. I don't see, unless you mean like on line 1, on 2, on 7. No, 1 has one semicolon, 2 has a semicolon, 7 doesn't, which is probably fine. 9 also doesn't have a semicolon. I hope that's okay with you. 5 does though. So it kind of works. I don't have all of those semicolons, I have most of them. I hope I can still sell this. Yeah, I'll just have the person send up their totally trolling? Damn. I had no idea. I thought you were serious. Wait, what did I even make this? By. By is a participant object. Let's make this participant ID. which means this is now participant ID. And if that doesn't exist, server actions in solid hype. Let me actually, I have something very interesting here. I have something a lot more interesting than server actions. By participant ID as participant ID and then response. Okay, respond. So, okay, let me show you what this create plug is. So create plug, you might recognize it in the form of a signal. It has a getter and a setter, obviously. But plug here is real time. So let's look at this present question. This is a server action. Every time, and response is an empty array. Okay, cool. So every time a question is presented, we'll set that in the room. We will save that in our database, and then we will set room data to be this room, the room object, which is our signal-like thing. And we do this on the server. So we are setting a signal on the server. And how are we using this? Well, we're just reading the room data out from it, and we are rendering it on the page. So this is a signal that you can push from a server into everyone who's listening. It's a full stack signal. It's a WebSocket signal, which is why I can click on any of these buttons here. I can which will call the present question action, and that's going to update this other window in real time. I turned WebSockets into a signal. I love it. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, response. I want a submit button. Text area. Okay. Why are you complaining? You want q.question.prompt instead of q.prompt. Okay. This is LiveWire in JS. Yes, that is exactly what I wanted to build. LiveWire or LiveView. LiveView.js, but that actually looks like a JS framework instead of a direct port of Phoenix LiveView. Because LiveView very intentionally tries to avoid JavaScript, and LiveView.js is an interesting project because it takes a project that was intended to avoid JavaScript and then uses it in JavaScript. So I am here to restore what LiveView.js should have been to its full glory. I would love to do this with React at some point. There's 5 frameworks called Live something. Yeah. This is why the first time I heard of LiveWire, which is what Laravel has, I thought it was similar to LiveView, and I thought it worked over WebSockets. Turns out it did not, and I made a fool of myself on Twitter for thinking so. But yeah, I'm very intentionally trying to avoid calling this live plug or something live. I'm just calling it plug because so that you can plug it into a socket. And then I'm going to have a second kind of structure called create socket, and then you'll plug into a socket. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Form action, I want to say respond. It's not respond to question, it's just respond. Okay, what did Copilot tell me I need in this form? I need room slug, response, and participant ID. Lots of hidden inputs. Okay. Cool. No, not question ID. I want participant ID. Current user, that's fine. I'm hoping that the current user will be the same as participant. Am I? Participant's name ID. Okay, yeah, I'm using the name as the ID. Cool, 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 cool. Room slug. I don't have room slug in here. Let's get room slug out of params. What? Did I put a form in? No, I did not. Can't wait properties. Are you saying respond doesn't have anything? What's your problem? That I don't know why I. Okay, anyways. I guess, is there a hidden input that I'm using that doesn't have a value? Reading prompt. Who is reading prompt? Oh, you are. Because there is no question. There we go. Okay, just need to reset it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so now that once I present a question, the host should now look at the responses and wait till they can present the next one, which means I need this show component here in the host view. There's so much code duplication going on. So once the show has started, let's check for if there is a current question. And if there is, we can just show it, I guess. Q return. Cannot type. H3. You know what to do from here, Cody, Copilot. Question.prompt H3. There we go. And I should take everything else in here, select a question and this form, and put this inside the fallback. I love Prettier so much. I don't know what my life would be without Prettier. What is your favorite movie? Now I want to see the participants and if they have responded. Which means, let's come down here for each participant. Okay, Copilot came up with something, with some suggestion. Let's see what this is. What was that form for? Answer? No. I don't wanna, I just wanna see what answers they have given, not submit an answer on their behalf. Useless suggestion Copilot. What's the benefit of Solidjs over React? There's way too many. Something like this can only exist with Solid. I tried to build something like this for React. It was a little too complicated because it still exists. It's still pretty simple, and it's probably much simpler than everything else out there, but it's not as simple as this. I would have loved I think because React's entire thing is the whole component is the the unit of reactivity. It's like a very oversimplified view of the entire world, which can be really nice or it can be really toxic. Okay, Um, but the primary benefit, I guess, that I'm looking for is debuggability and performance. Gonna hop. Thanks for hanging out, Ben. See you around. Okay. What was I thinking? I zoned out for a bit. Am I hiding too much under the... I don't know how the camera placement is. How's it here? Okay, not too much going on. I'm fine with the camera placement. I'm probably gonna mess with it a decent bit, which actually means I'm not fine with it. Okay, so for each participant, I think I want to show something similar, honestly. Let's just copy the grid for now, dump that in here, but instead of this, I'm going over each participant. I don't have a button, I just have a div. Don't have keys. Keys should be default. Okay, so I got each. I don't need the hover. Let's keep it. So I got each participant in here. Oops. My WhatsApp just popped up. Give me 1 second. All right. I want to see what response each player has given, which means I'm going to do this. I should probably filter this. Dot filter. Yep, p-roll player. Perfect. Which means now I don't show up here, only the player does. And I want to q dot responses dot find that r dot by. Nice. So no response from this person, which means I can do this. I can bring this out in accounts response. This is one of the things I really like about Solid, which is that I can just okay, this is supposed to work. Oh, I didn't put a return. Okay, yeah, so I can just interpolate a function in there, and I can create like more functions and reactive stuff in here. I can create like a signal in here. Cool. So now I want to say, if there is no response, then maybe show something else. So show when response. I can probably do this. Or okay. So this is shown if there is a response. If there is no response, let's fall back, not to a button, it's to the same div, but we don't have that, and we probably have a red color. Instead of this, we can say no response or awaiting response. There we go. And if I happen to submit a response from down here, it should show up here. Let's test that out. Okay. I don't have a submit button here yet. And text areas don't submit on pressing enter, which I don't know why, but yeah. Okay, respond. Why is it here? Why is it not below? Why are you not in a block width full? Do we want the width to be full? Sure, why not? And then respond. Let's call it submit. Okay. One more gap between these two. Oh, I guess that's why I had to put this in here and then put this in here. Because you're gonna go to next line inside a text area. That is true. I understand that. I understand why it was done. That I still want to complain about it because because it's inconvenient. I'm kidding, I'm sorry. Okay, respond to question, and if I get rid of that, it should call this, which should do everything that I want it to do. Okay, let's go. What is your favorite movie? What's my favorite movie? Shawshank Redemption. Submit. That did not work. No response provided. Oh, so text area name is response, but respond to question is expecting also a response. So why does it not work? Shift enter, control enter could be submit. That's true. It might be already. Now shift enter already goes down. Control enter usually is submit. I don't think they implemented it like natively in the browsers, but most applications do. They intercept control enter and submit whatever form you might be on. So that's pretty nice. Space there. The HMR kind of sucks. But I know Alexis has some stuff he's working on in that area. Okay, why am I not getting my response up here? This is called name response. Do I also want ID response? Maybe. Nope, no response provided. Why? I have to keep this as an input. My cat is tickling me. My cat is tickling on me on my feet. Oh, thank you. Do you enjoy SSR? Kind of. I enjoy server components a lot more than SSR. But I mostly enjoy server components because I enjoy the RPC mechanism. I think any model that kind of unifies the client and server is really nice. Server components is not the only one. It's just the best one so far. But we can definitely come up with better ones that are simpler to understand which is why I like solid start, because I can just throw a use server in any function and it just becomes a server function. I wish more people did this. Hello, this is next level of composition going on. Remix does this, I think, kind of. Do I have to make this an input? Is this text area not usually like... Oh, it's called response, not response. Wow. It was... Okay, cool. Nice. See? Instant update. Once this is done, I do want to reset the form. Haha, classic, yeah. Undefined null. Yeah, you'll know. You would know. Okay. So got a response. What do we want to do here? Well, once you've responded, you should just see your response and then maybe any other actions, but which for now there should be none. So this div only or this form only shows up if you have not submitted a response yet, which means const already responded should be props.roomData.currentQuestion.responses. Watermelon Hero, how's it going? I've been great. How about you? How's the game coming along? I'm building a kind of a quiz app, quiz game, a live quiz. Responses dot find r dot by current user. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Which means now this is show when. Oh, I guess when it's already responded, I want to show something else. This goes in the fallback. Yeah, already responded. Okay. Yeah, set aside more time to work on it. That's always what it comes down to, doesn't it? So let me delete this. So this is what I have. There's a room. I'm going to join this room as a host. I'm a host, and this is an incognito window. Here I'm going to just call myself a noob, and I'm going to join as a player. So it's real time. So we see both of this is like always updated. The host can start the quiz. Player just waiting for the quiz to start. When I click start, now the host can select a prompt to show up for all the players. Player is just waiting for the host to select a prompt. I'm going to select this one. What is your favorite color? Now this shows up here. I can submit a response. Here the host is waiting for my response. Once I say what is my favorite color? Green. Submit. It's green. And now here. So that's how far I got so far. You have already responded to this question. This doesn't mean I shouldn't actually see the prompt. So I still want this. What is your favorite color? And instead, because we have already responded, I actually just want the response here. So let's call this existing response, which means here I'm going to get that response. you complaining? Oh, JSX expressions must have one parent element. What is wrong with me? There we go. Is that Python? This is JavaScript. This is Solidjs. Specifically Solid Start, but yeah, Solidjs is will the VOD be available on YouTube? Yes, it will be. Although I don't know if there is anything interesting to watch here. What version of Next.js is this? That is a great question. This is beta 2. Never mind. I actually don't know a good answer to that question. This is the version of Next.js that I really like, compared to Next.js 14, which Vercel is working on, that I don't really like. I only kind of like it. Yeah, look into Solid.js, but I honestly don't look into it too much. The learning curve for something like Solid.js, Solid Start is going to be pretty high for someone new to web dev. It is going to be like my ultimate recommendation that I would very much prefer if like new developers, new people coming into web dev kind of like picked up Solid, and over the next year or so, like things like Solid kind of like gradually becomes the default because how awesome it is. But it's not something I can recommend yet, just because of the kind of lack of lots of resources. Font bold. Back again. How's it going? Your response. Oh. So this is what I have so far. I could respond, or a player can respond, and I can see that response from here. Should I don't want like a redo. I recommend people Astra. Oh yeah, Astra is a good one. Solid Start and Astra would have happened. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think even if Solid Start and Astra happened, you would still be using Solid Start and not Astra. So it's not like you start a Solid Start project and you can still do everything that you can do in Astro. I don't think that would be possible, because Ryan was just talking yesterday about how they're wrapping over like Nitro and stuff, but you don't actually have full access to Nitro. Yeah, so, but yeah, Astro definitely would recommend if you're new. Okay, where else? So now that a player has responded, at some point the host should be able to oh yeah, very basic Java. You mean JavaScript or Java? Also, thanks for hopping over to Twitch. JS, yes. Yeah. You gotta be a little careful about calling JavaScript Java around these parts of the town or these parts of the internet. I want some margin here. Okay. So at some point the host should say, okay, we're done with this question, let's move on to or let's see the results or something. What do I have here? Question answered, answer evaluated. I don't care about those. Let's leave the evaluation to not in the app for now. At some point we'll have it in the app. For now, maybe I just want to move on to the next question. How do I say that? Question presented. So the host presents a question. Players respond to the question. What's next? End show? No. I just want to end the question. Present question. Present responses. present responses action room.status. Okay, how do I make it happen? So current question, I guess we have like open for responses, something like that. Like can a player answer this question or respond to this prompt right now? You're adding new functions for turns logic, flow, or feature on the web page. Correct. So what I have are things called caches, which is how I get data from like a server. So here I just reach into like my database kind of thing. I grab something, I return it, and then action is how I change something on the server. So like for this is a more complicated one. Let's see, start show. Yeah, I have a backend for this. So start show, you submit a form to trigger this action. It's going to like pull the room name, room ID out of the form data. It's going to reach into our database. It's going to set the status to started, and then change the database. You're not doomed. You're fine. You're gonna do fine. It's not that bad. The more tricky part here is what the UI kind of looks like and how these like the reactive primitives work. Because everything here kind of is Java stands for cross-platform in JavaScript. Yep. Yeah, it's more what like building declarative UI is gonna be like. That's gonna be a major shift coming from. It does. You're gonna confuse him, Larky. No, it does not. He's joking. Java stands for cross-platform. Yeah. I don't know. I had a kind of a hussar in Polish, like winged hussar joke over for that. I don't think they're still equivalent. Probably billions of devices that run JavaScript, quite literally. Yeah. I mean, all of our brains run JavaScript. I don't think there's billions of us, but I think all of our brains are pretty slow at running JavaScript, but they can. Okay, I want some way to represent that this we're still on a specific question, but the responses have been closed. Open for responses, I'll go with this. Boolean, yep. Which means there might be some places where I have to set them. So it's going to be true by default. Room.status, so here I'm going to say room.current question dot open for responses equals false. Why are you complaining? Yeah, thank you. Storage as set item, cool. So present responses is going to say this is false now, which means now where is I'm going to sign out, going to sign in as Boone, going to join the room as a player just so that there's a new player here. Okay, so we still have noob in here, although they've been disconnected. I don't know if I'm going to handle connection or reconnection at this point, but Boone has not responded yet, which means if the host closes this for responses, Boone will not be able to respond anymore. Let's build that in. You are the host of the show. I want get rid of the home, get rid of host view. Actually, I want host view. Which part of host view do I want? Both host views, and both views are getting a little challenging, a little complex, which is not fun. But at some point, yep, right here, awaiting response. So after this for component, I need a button that says end something. Farm action oops, not that one. Present responses. Sure. Okay, so I have a form here. I'm gonna have the room slug. Gonna have question ID. I don't need the question ID, I just need the button. Okay. Type submit. Don't need a name for it. This is going to be close responses. There we go. Close responses. Alexis, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. Not you. I said Alexis, but my echo heard Alexa and started talking. Yeah. What was I thinking? Oh, I need something here. Is this a real-time thing you're working on? Yes, this is using plug, which I sent you a bunch of screenshots for. So all of these are real-time. So if I say something here, what is my favorite color? Nothing. I submit. Updated real-time. So all the data for this quiz or this room goes into the plug, and then all I have to do is to read this in here somewhere in a component and then set it in a server action. So yes, pretty cool. And I'm using it to build this kind of real-time quiz or quiz live app, something that I can use for like live quizzes, live shows. Planning to do another Miami Jam. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely a lot less broken than when I was last playing with Solid Start, like in December. Yeah, Serowall was like all kind. Like, it was just not letting me build. Thankfully, it is doing that now. Where is... I lost close responses. Oh, it's right here. I need this to have a gap. There's a gap in there. I'm just going to give it some margin bottom. Like that. Also, the hot module reload seems a little... like it reloads everything. What are the plans with the HMR stuff? I know you had like something. You had a pretty cool demo with Solid HMR on Twitter or something. I didn't see it. I saw it. I saw Ryan talk about it on his stream. I don't exactly know what it is yet. Would love to find out. Okay, so once we close responses, what should happen? What do we do here? We set open for responses to be false, which means let's go into player view first. Well, I respond from this player, so I'm going to need to sign out again and sign in as a new player. So we saw this show up immediately. Oh, agent is a host. Fuck. TR. I want to join as a player. There we go. Okay. So player, your response. This form should show up when it's open for responses. Show when props.roomData.currentQuestion.open for responses. And fallback not yet. No, it has. It is closed for responses. What do you mean? The fuck? You cannot respond to this question anymore. Cannot. Oh, it's the opposite of all of that. That's why I was okay. Okay, Cody was right. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Cody. I'm sorry, AI assistants. So does close responses work? Open for responses false. Why does this just still show up? Create effect. Console.log current question. This will. Okay. What does this look like? Everything's a proxy. That makes it. You know what? Everything being proxy makes it slightly less debuggable. I will say that. Instead of everything just being a value. I do slightly miss just being able to console log something and see what that value actually is instead of just proxies or accessors. I guess proxy is the real problem, not accessors. Anyways, I want to see if it's open for responses. It is false. It is not open for responses, which means, oh, that was correct. Never mind. I was correct, Cody was wrong. Wait, did I just, oh, I ended it. My bad. Alright, let's go to localhost 3000. Let's sign in as TR. Oh, I'm going to jam TR. Okay, I cannot respond to this question anymore. Which means, yes, it is. Oh, it is closed for responses. It's just that the host did not update with that information, which makes sense. Close responses. Okay. So this is going to be show when. Do I already have it somewhere? I do not. Okay. So show when queue dot open for responses. Just going to make that disappear. Perfect. And now we want fallback. Damn, Alexis, before you followed, I had 420 followers. I now have 421. Damn. That sucks. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No one unfollow me, please. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Where's, oh, let's put the same thing in here for now. Inside a fragment. Too late. Damn. It really have to be. Okay, someone's struggling with this file. Tailwind CSS IntelliSense, IntelliCode API usage, Xstate VS Code, TypeScript and JavaScript language features. There's a bunch of these. Yeah, thank you very much, and good luck with Vololodl. Vololodl. It's a hard word to say. Damn. Vololodl. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. Why do I have Xstate? Alright, I'm sorry, David. Gonna have to uninstall this one. I don't really use Xstate. Yeah, this file is definitely getting too big for my PC to be able to handle it, at least with all the extensions. Okay, what do I want to show? I definitely don't want to show the closed responses. If anything, I want to go to the next question. Instead of awaiting response, I probably want to say no response. Time for Vim, probably. I heard there's a new editor in town though. A new Made in Rust editor. So, is it really time for Vim? Or is it time for something else? What did I do? What is this? Open for responses. This is player view. This is host view. Oh, okay. So no, I was right. I was just this. I don't need. I should have 2 closed responses. Yep. So I can get rid of this entire form. Z. Yeah, exactly. That's the new hotness, right? Okay. Still a problem here. It's probably too big. I think what's probably needed a lot more is just a PC upgrade. I am running on an i7, but it doesn't have a GPU, and I think it's no, it does have an SSD, but yeah, it is an i7 without a GPU, and right now I'm streaming to 2 targets with this, plus running VS Code, plus whatever else. I probably have Slack and Discord open. Let me quit those. Okay, quitting Slack and Discord should make it slightly better. I only have 2 Chromes and they're running now instead of 4. Holy shit, our life is entirely dependent on Chrome. Okay. Alright, we got rid of that button. Instead of awaiting response, I want to say no response. And I probably want to add this little thing here, and somewhere in here, right there. Green, nothing, no response. Okay. So, still want this form, except that now it goes to select next question. is my favorite color. And maybe here I can say span responses. Nope. I could try Z right now, potentially. I'm just too lazy to do it. Cannot respond to this question anymore. Okay. So select next question should go back to the same present question screen that I had, or the start show screen that I had, which means it just removes the current question. So const end question. Alright. Do your magic, Cody. No, you're not gonna do it? You're not gonna do it, damn. I have to type it all myself. Okay, form data, I get the room slug, I check the room, then I set current question to undefined, and then I save it. Perfect. Easy as that. So now instead of select next question, I can say end question, and this action goes to end question. Save. Yep, cool. So I can select a prompt, waiting food. What is my favorite food? Pizza. Submit. I got this response. I can then close responses and end question. Go to next one. Nice. We might want to save before. Right now we're literally just deleting it from room, so all the responses completely get obliterated into the ether. So on this end question we probably want to save the responses before we completely obliterate it. But hey, this works for like a quiz where you don't want to save the responses, which I don't know if there's gonna be ever anyone, but anyways, I think at some point I'm going to convert this convert the data structure into like an event source thing, which is going to help a lot more. And then the questions are, I don't know if I'm gonna keep them separate or what's gonna happen with the questions, but hey, we got something. We got like our basic foundation of our real-time app working. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna make a big deal about this on Twitter. Hey, I have a signal. I have a full stack signal. How do you guys like it? But who's in the chat who's building something real time? Are you building any sort of a real time capability in your app? I'd love to hear about it. I'll be right back. Not you. Damn. Are those two-way generators not working? All right. It's a big app. What does the file system routing convention look like in Solid Start? Can I make a file here that's not a route? How do I do that? Creating new pages, index. Also, what is going on with this font? Why is this a serif font? I have no idea. Catch all listed. Route groups, renaming index. That's good. Additional route config. It's complicated, but it's a good theory. Yeah, for sure. I think it's not. Yeah, I don't know how it would be implementing it, but like working with it, like I guess anything working with any kind of generator seems a little complicated. I just went with this because like we already have a pretty nice reactive primitive. We don't really need to, or at least that's how I felt, that we don't need to overcomplicate anything with generators. Anything with generators, most people will be very afraid of touching it. But I guess you could kind of wrap it up into a nicer API. You don't have to necessarily deal with generators. Okay. I don't see if I can create a file that will not be considered a route. So I'm just going to underscore it. There's also the yield delegate. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's probably for the best. I'm gonna say host.tsx and player.tsx. Host view can go in here. Player view goes in here. Let's also add underscore types.tsx. That's where I can put all these. Okay, questions import from here. Most of these are used somewhere in there, in the new files. Which means, let's see, start, show, and present question belong in the host file. Let's import. Got almost everything. What's wrong with room.status? Where is room coming from? It's coming from party kit. I want it coming from types. Set room data. Where does the signal live? Rahil Siddiqui, how's it going? Hello. Thank you for showing up. That's my cat. Just asking for my attention. Questions. Okay, questions. I'm gonna need another shared folder for questions. Let's export. And let's also put this, the plug, in our shared file. Oops. Create plug, party client, and we are exporting this, which means we don't need it here. Don't need it here. Host, sorry. Set room data should be imported from here. Perfect. Questions imported from shared. What else are we missing? End question. End question. Move this in here. There's something else missing. Present responses. that. And this file is now green. Okay, what do we need for player.tsx? Respond to question. Once again imported room from partykit instead of importing from my types. And now it works, or now it's at least compiling. Did I export host view? I did not. Export. And now in here, player view, import, host view, import, roles. What's wrong with roles? Types. I need to export these roles, which I can import here. Perfect. Get room data will need to be imported from shared. What else is missing? Role, import from types. How to import anything. And it compiles. It builds. Does it run? It seems to run. Let's go to a new room. Let's go to room dev, because why not? Going to join as a host. And here I'm going to join as a player. There we go. Okay, waiting for quiz to start. Start quiz. I get the prompts. Now let's do something like this. Okay. And I can select my favorite color. Oh, submit. Close responses and questions. Close responses, I cannot respond. Interesting. So when I submitted and if I close, there's no indication on either side. So maybe that's something we can I'll work on next at some point. Cool. I did not commit at any point in between. I should have committed a lot. Read config. Oh, I turned SSR false. I forgot. I'm not even doing SSR. Don't need that. Okay. Kinda working quiz. That's my commit message. Please don't actually make commit messages like this in real projects. This is a toy project. I would, if I saw that commit in a PR review, I would not be happy, but we all do desperate things. Okay, what do we have next? What should we do next? Any ideas? Stream, chat, give me some ideas. How can we spice up the quiz app? What's happening on Twitter? Is there anything fun happening on Twitter? Any fun tweets you guys can send me? Dax is right with that. You all bitching about React when your beef is with Next. Haven't read the latest dramas. I don't do fun. Yeah. I could tell that. I think the latest drama was probably once again Patrick JS. Yeah, about 1,000 likes on this. You don't do educational tweets, Larky. Come on. I don't think I can call your tweets educational. Oh, G responded. Nice. Consider this to be straightforward. It's not server first, and the trade-off of going client first is explicit. Cost to you as a developer is one line of code. take it as good feedback that we have to continue to improve error messages, which we're always working on. Yes, that's my point. Onboarding experience can be better, just be a few small changes. This one is fire, but no one cares for now. What is that? Bun self. Turn any JavaScript type certified Unix executable. npx bun self script.js script.run.js. Wow. Yeah, I see why no one cares. Exactly. You only need bash to run TypeScript. I mean, you technically also you need bash and bun, or bun without bash, something like that. I don't know. I haven't yet dug into how bun shell works. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this tweet. Need to add thumbs down and type hero for bullshit answers. What else? Nothing fancy in my notifications. Nice. I need a better name. Everyone assumes you need bun. Yeah. JS shell, TS shell, type shell. I don't know, could be anything. Okay, what do I want to do with this quiz? I mean, obviously, first of all, I would want to save the responses. But what about evaluating responses? Oh, my camera died? Oh no. I thought that might happen. Yep, my phone has turned off, which means either a shitty camera or no camera. Honestly, I might just end and restart tomorrow. I did a decent amount today, I feel like, with the quiz stuff. I'll probably come back tomorrow. I'll call it like serverless Sunday or something like I used to, and we'll do something there. There's 2 people here. Should I even bother raiding anyone? Who's live right now? We can do a little raid. Give someone 2 or 3 additional people. Shindigs? What is Shindigs up to? OBS scenes. Oh, griffing and chill. Perfect. If you're just chilling here, you can just go to griffing and chill. He's probably already watching right now. He's probably lurking behind. I wanna get the ad finished up, but let's /raid. There we go. Cool. Thank you everyone, anyone who did stop by, for stopping by. I'm gonna go live hopefully again tomorrow and do more serverless stuff. Bye bye.